My name is Donnie Ferneau here at Rocket 21 Restaurant in Hillcrest. Today we're going to do a seared salmon with quinoa, which is super grain. Finish it with beets and a little bit of balsamic vinaigrette. Let's get started. For the ingredients, we've got Atlantic salmon, cooked quinoa, sliced celery, fresh lemon, microgreens, white wine, a little bit of Ferneau seasoning, some Cajun seasoning, olive oil, and a boiled beet. Okay, there's definitely a trick to searing salmon. What we're going to do to season this, we're going to add a little bit of olive oil right on the top. We're going to add some Ferneau seasoning right on top of there. So let's go ahead and get started with the oil. So right there we've got the hot pan. Put the oil right in. When we put the salmon in, we're going to put it in away from you. And if you don't hear that really nice sizzle, your pan is definitely not hot enough. Let's get started with the quinoa. Throw the celery in there, kind of get that to sweat a little bit. Now quinoa is a super grain. A little bit about quinoa, you cook it just like rice, a 2-to-1 ratio, 2 waters to 1 quinoa. It tastes very much like wild rice, but has a texture more like couscous. Now we're going to check on our salmon. The celery is starting to swell a little bit. We're going to add the quinoa back in the pan. When we made the quinoa, we basically just we sauteed the quinoa, 1 cup of quinoa with 2 cups. Once it started to saute and pop a little bit, then we added some water, and then just salt and pepper. It's very basic. Bring it to a medium boil. Let simmer for about 20 minutes. And then to bring it back up to temperature, bring it back alive, you want to add just a little bit of water. We're kind of rehydrating it. We're going to go ahead and turn the salmon. And this is the caramelization that you're looking for right there. These are all natural sugars in the salmon. Now, it depends on how you want your salmon cooked. Of course, cook it longer. You can throw it in the oven. You can get it to medium well. We're looking for a nice medium on this. We want it still a little bit wet and pink in the middle. Okay, now we can start to prepare the beet. This beet's already been cooked. You can actually just kind of put this in one of these little shallow bowls, a little bit of water, wrap it in plastic wrap, and then put it in the microwave, or you can just boil it like you would a potato. Give the salmon one more flip. Now the key to perfect salmon, the key to really any perfect meat is letting it rest. So what we're going to do now is we're going to turn off the heat, flip this back over, and just let this sit for about 2 minutes. And what's going to happen is the outside heat from the pan and from the fish is slowly going to cook the inside. And that's where you get the perfect piece of fish, perfect piece of chicken, perfect piece of steak where it's real tender and juicy all the way through. We're going to start out with a little bit of couscous. You kind of see how vibrant that celery is. It's still going to be a little bit crisp in the middle. Put the salmon down off to the side. We're going to layer the beets right over the top. Finish it with a squeeze of fresh lemon. A little bit of olive oil to finish. With a touch of seasoning and a little bit of microgreen. Right here is your seared salmon with celery quinoa and roasted beets, which is fresh lemon and olive oil. This would go great with maybe the ahi tuna nachos, Caesar salad, mixed green salad, with calamari. But for beverage, I would definitely go either champagne, Chardonnay, Pinot Grigio. You could go for a lemon basil martini, or even just a cold beer.